Flow rate in there, CO? CO, we're good? Okay, so we're going to call this meeting to order.
My belt was sitting on the chair, just scratching. Out at the door. Yeah, there it goes.
Don't take your belt off.
No, trust me.
Don't take your belt. Where's your folks?
They don't want to put pressure.
They didn't want to put pressure on you. Okay. Yeah, you can bend that down. Make it easier for you. There you go. Okay. So we're going to call the meeting to order. The Village of Sayward respectfully acknowledges that we're gathered on the land of the unceded territory of the Comox First Nation, the traditional keepers of this land. Call the meeting to order. Introduction of late items. Nothing. Everybody's good with the agenda? Councillor Tinsley, you're good?
Yes.
Popping of the head. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Minutes of previous meetings. Recommended resolution that the minutes from the regular council meeting held on October 4th, 2022 be adopted. Do I have a motion, please? Second?
Second that.
Okay, thank you. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Hearing none, motion is carried. Number 5, petition and delegations. We don't have any. Correspondence. How correspondence works, gentlemen, and for the new people at the table is, I say generally from A to H, be received. If you see one in there that you want pulled, you say you want it pulled for discussion. Okay. So the correspondence from A to H be received. Do I have a motion, please? Second?
I'll second that.
Discussion? Was there any that anybody wanted pulled? Nope. Okay, thank you. And all in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion is carried. Council reports. None. Mayor's report, verbal. Director Wally from Area A has asked the village to cost share in the Secret Santa event. It's $1,000 and he wants to go 50-50. So the verbal report of the cost share Secret Santa event, that the village share Secret Santa event to the value of a maximum of $500 to be funded by the 2022 council budget. Do I have a motion on that, please?
I'll move that.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second that.
Discussion? Go ahead, Councillor Paulson. I can't hear you. Sorry.
I do have some concerns about this request based on the history of Sayward municipality and cost sharing in Secret Santa or any group donation. I know that the Secret Santa is not an official committee or a group. They are a private enterprise, and money comes in as people wish to donate, and they also get cut rates on food and things that they put in the gifts and the food hampers for the people. And I think, and this is also related to the future, looking at an events committee, I think we need to have more information about what the funds are in Secret Santa, how they collect them and keep track of them and put and how much they have in their account currently. Just a little bit of history. Secret Santa was started very many years ago by 3 local residents, and the money was put in by those 3 people and also by interested members of the community who wanted to donate. So there was no request from that group for a donation from the municipality. People could, it grew so that people were making donations to the village so that it was collected that way. And then whoever the committee was for Secret Santa was, had that money, and they have a bank account and they were putting that money in the bank account. So at this time, I would not support cost sharing with Director Wally. And just as an addendum to that, I'd like to say that I found that his comment in his thank you in the Sayward News it was not conclusive to the municipality and the regional district working together.
I'm sorry, are we still talking about the same thing?
Yeah, about Secret Santa.
And he made a comment about Secret Santa?
No, he didn't make a comment.
That's the only thing that we need to,
Okay, but he,
yeah,
okay,
because you can only comment on
all right,
that.
okay. It was about the regional district and municipality
unless it's-
collaborating.
Yeah, unless it's
Okay,
in part.
All right.
yes,
okay,
Yes,
I'll withdraw that comment, but
thank you. Okay, so anybody else have an opinion? Councillor Tinsley?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I agree with Councillor Paulson. We need to have some more information here. We all support charitable organizations and all the things we're talking about, but I think we need some more information before we can agree to this. Thank you.
So what information are you looking for, Councillor Tinsley?
I think we're looking for what Councillor Paulson described is the entity itself and the relation between the valley and the village. As I understand anyway, it was a village-based thing. And quite frankly, the other concern is, and I guess it gets a little bit into the Village Valley things that we're all trying to avoid, but it's about this 50-50 division of whatever we decide on, and we have other issues that have been communicated and are still being worked on, sorry, that relate to that, not that kind of split. So I think it's important that we address the information and the split. Thank you.
I'm not sure if, in my opinion, I'm not sure if you guys are diving too deep into this in terms of putting more thought than, and this whole division between valley and village and everything else. This is, to me, it's the Secret Santa. It's something that I know personally, when I was working in Campbell, donated to. I don't have any issue with going 50-50 with Director Wally for $500 to Secret Santa. I know that they have more families that they're going for this year as well. So I assume, I mean, without seeing the documentation, I assume that's for supporting the rest of the family. In terms of the whole Village Valley thing, that can be discussed at a later time. We're just going into the Secret Santa is what we're discussing right now. Sure, let's just see if the other 2 gentlemen have something to say.
Yeah, I'm for building bridges and going 50-50. I don't know too much about the history of this personally, but I'm all for it.
Thank you. I'm sorry,
I'm in agreement.
with whom?
It's Scott, Counselor Scott.
Counselor
Counselor Burchett.
Burchett. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Counselor Paulson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As just a little addition to that, just to clarify for Councillor Tinsley, the Secret Santa serves the whole valley
Mhm.
and the village. It's not restricted just to village people and receiving hampers and gifts. And also residents are able to donate what they can, whether it's boxed food or $50 or whatever. So there's no commitment to people to donate a certain amount. And I would suggest that if a donation is made to Secret Santa, that it is not done in collaboration with another group or another director.
Okay, thank you. So we had the discussion, so we're going to go into vote. Do I have a motion, please? Oh, sorry, Counselor Tinsley, were you waving for,
I just wanted to
you had
thank
something else to add?
Counselor, I just wanted to thank Counselor Paulson for her explanation. Thank you.
Thank you. We had the volume turned up for the, never mind. Okay. So let's go back to that. And so we had a motion, we had the second, that was the discussion. So we have all in favor of the $500? Opposed? 3-2, motion is carried. Number 10, unfinished business. None. Number 11. Switch page here. Okay, so this is for refuse removal contract from 2023 to 2026. From John Frantz, CEO, do you have anything to add before we go into the resolution?
I do actually, but am I okay there?
You're good.
Yeah, but I want to bring council back to the correspondence. There's a couple of things there that you got by me before I had a few things to say about it, just to bring to your attention. So can I bring you back to correspondence?
Sure. Why don't we do number 11 first, A, and then we'll go right back to correspondence, or does correspondence relate to this? Okay, we're going to finish with the recommended resolution. The council receives the refuse removal contract 2023 to 2026 report, and the council approves a 3-year extension to the contract to the proposed rates of 2023 for 1191, 2024 for 1226, and for 2025 for 1262 for the residents collection per unit, and that the mayor and corporate officer be authorized to sign the contract with the Waste Management Canada. Sorry, CAO, go ahead.
I don't think I have anything to add other than, just so you know, late last week, they came back for another 3% as a fuel charge, a surcharge. And they asked whether or not we'd be interested in speaking on behalf of you. Sorry, I said, no, we're not interested.
We're not interested in paying more?
Yes. I thought that was the
No,
same
I don't
thing.
think so. You guys?
Yeah.
No, I'm not interested in paying more.
No, I'm not interested either. I mean, these numbers are just slightly less than 3%, just over 2%, which is less than inflation right now. So the numbers look good from that point of view. Adding a 3% fuel surcharge on top of that moves it to over 5% a year. And I disagree with that.
Thank you. You're good? Okay, so we have a motion, please. On A. Need a motion. Anybody at the
I'll
table?
move that.
Thank you. Do I have a second, please?
Second that.
I'll second that.
Discussion. Anybody else? Discussion? No? All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion is carried. Now we're going to jump back to correspondence. Can you hear us okay, Tom?
Sorry, pardon me? Pardon
I
me?
said, could you hear us okay?
Yes. It's
I
it's
said, could you
talking
hear
to
us
you.
okay? I guess not.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Thank you.
yes,
That
thank you.
messed with me. I appreciate that, Tom. Thanks.
thank you.
Okay, correspondence.
All right, so there might be someone that's interested in taking Robert's Rules of Order. It's a tough one. But they do ask for a fairly hefty fee for doing that, and I didn't hear anybody from council that was volunteering to go through this ordeal.
How much is it?
443 if we get to it before February 6th, 492 after that date. If you're really into parliamentary rules, you can't get anybody better than this guy. It is a extremely dry topic, but I thought I would throw it back to you because I hadn't heard that anybody was interested, so I'll leave it to council.
Yeah, but however, also in the binders, there is some information on Robert's rules, correct?
Absolutely.
So it would be beneficial for all to actually maybe go through that, opposed to spending $500 a person. And is this in Vancouver?
I don't make those decisions, Mr. Mayor.
Sorry?
It's an E.
Oh, it's online.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Okay. Council. One at a time. Any thoughts on attending a seminar on Robert's rules, or you feel the information that you have from staff in your binder and also the resource from staff is sufficient?
Well, being new to council, I mean,
Councillor Brissette, sorry.
yes, being new to council, I think it would be good for myself and possibly Councillor Gilpin to do this. Just so we can be a little bit more refreshed with the nuances of local governance.
Okay. Anybody else? Councillor Tinsley?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I totally respect the new councillors and their interest in attending the seminar. But I believe that part of our financial responsibility is to ensure that we're spending money wisely. And I believe that the information in the binder is sufficient. And also the other tools that are available on the web. That's my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Paulson, anything to add?
I have the same
Opinion?
opinion as Councillor Tinsley.
Thank you. Councillor Gilpin?
I am.
Sorry, Sue?
I am in agreement with Councillor Burchett.
Okay. In my opinion, I'm in agreement with Councillor Tinsley and Councillor Paulson because there is enough information on the documentations you have, and there is going to be so many other seminars that we all have to attend in the next year. That's going to be a huge cost to the village. And the information that you do have at your fingertips here, also from the CO and the CAO, is free. And there is definitely other programs and other conferences that you're going to be going to that's going to require more cost. So we'll bring it to a vote. Do we need to bring it to a vote?
Need a resolution.
Let's do a resolution. Have a resolution to, sorry, is there? Oh, well, there you go. Is there a resolution out there? I'm not hearing one. Nope. Okay, it's dead. We're moving on.
Mr. Mayor, the second thing is the MOE letter, which is on page 43. The last paragraph is basically sending you an invitation to attend
Yes.
a meeting with them. So you may want to chat about that and decide if you want to accept their invitation.
I even have it highlighted here. Yes, I would like to attend. Anybody else on council want to attend?
Absolutely, I would like to attend that.
I'm in agreement with Councillor Burchett.
Counselor Tinsley?
I won't be able to attend. Thank you, though.
Okay, thank you. So 4 to 5 will attend. We need to set up a time with them.
If I may suggest, just the resolution saying for anybody interested on council to attend, and we'll talk directly with Moe to set that up.
Everybody hear that? That's the resolution. That we're going to, for council, whoever wants to attend on council will attend the meeting with Moe, and staff will confer with Moe to set up a date in the future. So I have a resolution on that. I need a motion, please.
I'll move that.
Councillor Paulson? No? Second?
I'll second that.
Discussion.
Will we be
Councillor
able to,
Burchett?
will we be able to do a site visit and possibly look at some of the aquaculture, or is this just an office meet and greet kind of situation?
We'll have staff discuss that with Moe and see whether or not we can actually do a site tour of one of their facilities that are close to here.
Thank you.
Just a little bit of
CEO.
clarification. I know they've been out to the fish farms themselves, but are you meaning that or the facility down the road?
He's referred to the fish farms, if I'm not correct.
Correct, the fish farms.
I don't think it would hurt also for us to tour the land location over by Big Tree. Everybody agree on that?
Mhm.
Okay, so that was discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Councillor Tinsley, are you opposed?
No.
Just a delay? Sorry. We're going to take that as you're not opposed. It's passed. There we go. Grant opportunity, UBCM volunteer comes to fire department grant. Sorry,
Mr. Mayor, I have
More
one more
correspondence?
Yeah.
I apologize. There's more correspondence.
It's a new online course to support responsible conduct, and as council is aware, it's such an important topic for councils to work together in a responsible conduct kind of way. So I did go on their site today, and I haven't seen anything new, but there is material on that site. If you just put in working group on responsible conduct, you will see items from 2021. And I assume the 2022 items are there, and it's well worth your time once it comes up to get in there and have a look.
But the course that they're referring to is not online at this point, is it? Because I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
I don't see any documentation for it.
yeah. And it's not, I'm sorry, I didn't take it as a course, more of just a resource material that you can basically go access and go through it, but
Okay,
it's not up there yet, so I can't really tell you.
okay. Well, thank you. Is there any other information on any correspondence before moving forward? It's good now. Okay. Okay, we'll go to 11B, grant opportunity. Okay. That the report from the Chief Administrative Officer be received and that the part of the Village of Sayward ongoing work in relation to fire safety and the application for financial assistance under the UBCM volunteer composite fire department equipment training funding stream be authorized for submission to the Union of BC Municipalities, and that the Village of Sayward agrees to provide overall grant management. Do I have a motion, please? Second,
I'll second that.
discussion. Councillor Burchett?
Yeah, I read the grant application. I was really impressed, and I agree with all the types of equipment and training that the fire department's requesting.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Nope. All in favor? Opposed? I see, he's in favor. Sorry, I saw his head going. Oh, there we go. Okay. And C, the VIU reports and funding. Lisa Clark, CFO. The council council approves the funding source for the VIU reports and outlined in the staff report. $10,000 from the COVID restart and $20,000 from operating surplus. And that the 2022-2026 financial plan be amended accordingly. Do I have a motion, please?
I move that.
Second? Okay, discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Hearing none, motion is carried. Now we get to the exciting part on 11D, the orientation binders. That council receive and discuss the orientation binder. We really needed a motion on that? No, we don't need a motion on that. Okay, we're going to turn it over to our CAO to discuss the orientation binder.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm not going to say too much about it because it's all there in front of you. And first off, I have to thank Lisa and Jen for helping putting all this together and searching for documents out there. I think makes it a pretty good binder, although I'm sorry, it's a lot of reading. You don't have to get it done by next week, so that part's good. But, you know, over the next 6 months, you should become more familiar with it. My suggestion is not to really get into it here unless you really want to, but rather maybe to put it on the agenda for November 15th if you want to talk about it then in more detail. But until you've had a real good chance to at least skim through it, I think my talking doesn't really help too much. Again, we try to get the most appropriate and applicable things that you're going to bump into from the get-go. You don't have to learn it all right away, but you should be able to find the information when you go looking for it. And I think that's what we've done for you.
No, I also want to thank the staff. They did a great job in putting all this because it is a lot of information. I do want to visit some of the things like the code of conduct, for example, is something that we need to visit in detail. There's a few things that, there's one particular thing that I want to add to the code of conduct, which is the dress code. But I also want to make sure that everybody is comfortable and on the same page with the code of conduct. Also in the procedures bylaw, there's an addition that needs to be made on there. But procedure bylaw, the code of conduct is something that I think is going to be very important information to go through. So you mentioned that the November 15th meeting was pretty full.
There are at least 2 big reports that are in writing, maybe 3. We have budget outline. We have a small, what we call SPIT, projects report. And there's a third one that's escaping my mind that I'm in the process of writing. Sorry, I've got it about half done. So there's at least 3 there that I think probably can take up a bit of time.
Okay, so what I would like to do is bring back the code of conduct for the 15th, and we can do the procedure bylaw following that. A different meeting, the next meeting after that.
All right, does that mean the December 15th meeting?
No,
Sorry,
November. We bring back the code of conduct for the next meeting. And in December, we bring back the procedural bylaw. Does that work for staff?
Can we have an idea of what's going to happen with the procedure bylaw? Like, are you looking for something in particular?
Well, we're going to review it. We want to go through it. And also there's just a couple of things that I can go with staff on. That just some additions that weren't updated, that's all.
Okay.
But I would like council, especially the new council, to be comfortable with the procedural bylaw and the code of conduct. So is that okay for staff to break it up into 2 and do 1 in November, 1 in December? I understand, but is that okay for your workload? Yes. Understood. Yeah, we'll discuss and we'll come up with any changes at that time, and we'll make the changes at the appropriate time. Does that work?
Yeah, I don't see any real like the procedure bylaw, we're simply bringing it back and you're going to review it at the time. So we'll hear your comments at that point. So there's nothing really for staff to do other than to put it on the agenda.
Correct.
The code of conduct, dress code, you're not asking for any research on that? At this
Research
point?
on the dress
Well,
code?
Options of how to change the code of conduct to
No.
include? So you just want to discuss that one too?
Yes.
So not a problem?
Yeah, I don't
Not
think,
at all.
yeah, I don't think we need to have any research or anything done on the dress code for, yeah, no. Sorry, Counselor Paulson?
I'm just wondering if maybe this would be better discussed at a COW meeting instead of at a regular council meeting.
I like it from a regular council meeting from 2 points. One is, there's no extra cost by doing it at a council meeting opposed to a COW. And number two is also when it ties in, it's a direct, because we get that extra thing on enumeration if you do a COW, right?
Hmm.
So this, we put it into one meeting. We don't have the extra payment going through. Also, I think it gives an ability for the public to see that we take the code of conduct very seriously. We're going to go through it. We address it publicly. And then when we make changes to it, and then you all sign during a meeting, you will all sign the code of conduct as well after we make whatever changes and bring it forth. So I don't believe a COW is the place to do it.
Hmm.
Sorry, CAO?
When you said there's no additional costs, I thought you're referring to the cost of actually preparing for a meeting. There's actually no additional cost in relation to councillors being paid for the meeting. You're only paid for council meetings.
Okay, sorry, I thought they got paid for cows as well.
No.
Oh, I apologize. Okay. Then I stand corrected. Sorry, do you have something to add, Councillor Bichette?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank John and Lisa and the staff for putting together this package of reading. I was able to get through half of it, had a nap and finished the last half. So I've been through it for the most part. And just curious about dress code.
We can discuss that at the meeting on the
Okay.
15th.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. We're all good? Okay. Anything else you want to discuss on the binder? CAO?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Anything that anybody else would like to bring up on the binder? No, other than it's really quite lovely and it's even named. Okay. So the council received and discussed the orientation binder, which has been completed, that we didn't need a resolution for. Number 12, the Emergency Service Public Works Recreation Department reports. None, I assume, correct? Bylaws? None. New business? None. Public question period. This is where you get beat up, guys, so just be careful. They're going to talk about your hair, Councillor. Okay. Public question period. For the purpose of the public question period is to enable citizens to ask questions of the council about issues that are important to the citizen asking the question. Speakers are asked to limit their questions to one each. If time permits, after everyone has had the opportunity to ask questions, speakers may ask a second question. Citizens will be asked to state their name and their address. Leo, please. No, right up to the mic, sorry. Otherwise, they can't catch it on the recording and Tom can't hear you.
Okay, I'm Diane Mason, 501 McMillan. I just have a question about the Secret Santa thing. Just clarification. Does this motion mean you're just going to donate money? You're not getting involved in running the thing?
No,
Okay.
no, it's just a cost share with Area A at $500.
But you've agreed to give 500 and they've agreed.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? No? Okay. Thank you. In camera, the recommended resolution that in accordance with section 92 of the community charter, this council meeting will be closed to the public at this time in order for council may give consideration to matters in accordance with the following sections of the community charter: 90-1C, labor relations and employee relations. Do I have a motion, please?
Move this.
Second,
I'll second.
discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Hearing none, motion is carried. 17, adjournment. Thank you, everybody.